Okay guys, we're all live. Apologies for the issues there. Just, yeah, PC's not really liking it this time. Tried to tweak a couple settings, so yeah, I apologise guys. We had like 60 people and now suddenly I'm gone, so yeah. I do apologise, very sorry about that one, but we are about to kick off, we're about to get underway. I'm going to open up an app, please don't go crazy. I need my PC to just work. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright.
Yeah.
Again, apologies for that. I had like 60 people in here and now all of a sudden, like, they're just gone. Okay. Hope we're well anyway. Game is about to kick off, we're just waiting. I don't know what we're waiting for. Got my notepad ready, gonna take some notes. Hopefully everything in the stream is alright, looks a lot cleaner. So, my CPU's using like 6 to 7%. And it started using 10% on the last stream, and it just went apeshit. So I'm a little concerned that it's as high as it is. So maybe I do need to turn the FPS down. I got it on 30. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. Apologies, but we're good to go. If the mic's too loud or anything, let me know. We are underway, folks. Let's go. French with the first catch. Thompson with the first carry. So there we go. First play of the Super League season is done and dusted. Now on to the second one. 20 seconds into this game, Wigan over the 20-metre line. And Semba with the next carry up to the 30. Leigh really need to slow down the progress through the middle as much as they can. Leeming, a dummy half, into the middle with Ellis. Takes a carry himself. A couple metres there for Wigan. Fourth tackle, 40 seconds gone. Into the middle, looks slightly forward, but not too bothered about that. Over the 40-metre line. Coming up to the last tackle, this should go left to Harry Smith. It does. A long and high kick. This is going to go directly, just over Armstrong's head. Here we go. First carry in Super League for Armstrong. Just a simple one. Nothing too fancy. That's alright. That is a nice away kit for Leigh. That is pretty nice. Tessie Niu with the first carry. Has a lot of power. A lot of power in his run, so see how he gets on. Dwyer's at dummy half. They go left to Charnley. Bumps off one. Over the 20. Minute 20 gone in this game. Third tackle for Leigh. Still firmly inside their own half. Spreading the ball to the right a little bit here. Nice movement. Some good meters. O'Neill takes it up to the 30. Fourth. Dwyer's at dummy half. In towards the middle with Robbie Mulhern. Again, apologies for the issue, but at least we're underway, we're moving. Ball is out the back, left-hand side to Lock and Lamb. Kicks high. Not too much length on it, but Eckersley's underneath it to return serve. It's tackled on the 40, so field position. Firmly leaning towards Wigan right now. They could finish the end of this set in deep territory. And they just hit the halfway mark now. Second tackle, Leeming at dummy half. Goes towards the left-hand side. Marshall towards the middle of the field, takes a carry 2 minutes into the game. Leeming again. Just left of centre, goes towards the middle. Ellis, over to the right to French, props it up to Farrell. Leeming again, into the middle with Ellis. Switches back to Byrne. So Wigan in firm territory now, 2.5 minutes gone, last tackle. They go left to Smith, he's going to dink this one high. Marshall's underneath it, so is Brand. Brand takes it, and that's a good tackle from Liam Marshall. That is very solid. That's going to be a repeat set for Wigan, so that's a good start for them. Certainly not what Leigh wanted. But that's real solid defensive work there. Clean, getting the basics right. It's a good start there from Wigan. I'm going to cough, excuse me. So just over 3 minutes gone. Wigan putting Leigh under pressure nice and early. Go for a short drop out. I'm happy with that. Does it quite go the 10? Looks like it does. Ends up in the hands of Bevan French, though. Towards the middle. Skipping and stepping. You can't let him do that. You got no choice. Looking dangerous going down that left edge there was Bevan French. Waddles at dummy half, waiting to play this ball out. It's in the hands of Smith. To Byrne in the centre. They're just going to try and set up for something. Which way they're going to spread? They had a lot of success down the left edge last year. I'd like to see him get a bit more down the right. Eckersley with a few points maybe. Thompson with the next carry. Probably just waiting for something that they like. Just under 4 minutes gone. Leeming at dummy half. Right of the sticks goes left. Smith to French. Over to Wardle. Wardle's got a bit of space. Oh, and the ball has come loose. That's solid defensive work from Leigh. That is excellent. Excellent defensive work. Back-to-back sets dealing with that. Really good. Really good. Just got to be resilient. I think there's a lot of areas where Leigh could struggle, but defensively in this red zone, because I think Wigan could open them up maybe in like the middle third or in deep inside their own half, but if Leigh defends strong in the red zone, then that's going to be solid. So 17 people in here at the moment. God, I had 60. Where did it all go? This bloody PC. Shocking. So just under 5 minutes gone. So scrum for Leigh on their own 10. Dwyer gives that to Niu. So I did also mention in the predictions video that because Leigh have lost a lot of power in the forwards, players like Niu will be, quite important to offer some power, at least with these carries out the back. So he's going to be huge. Liu with a carry over the 30 for Leigh. So can they get some decent meters on this set and finish strong? Dwyer gives it to Robbie Mulhern, takes it up to the 40. Decent meters there. If they can pin Wigan back, that'll be a good reply. Liu with another carry through the middle, just shy of the halfway line. Last tackle coming up. Dwyer at dummy half, probably going to go left to Lamb. He does. It's a high kick, long one as well. Field is underneath it. Don't want to give him much space to run. And he's just brought down nice and cleanly. So Wigan have had a 100% win rate when scoring first. Hull KR with 94%. Warrington 89%. Leigh 85% when scoring first. Interesting. Very interesting. Marshall with a carry. Up to the 40. On third tackle. Leeming again at dummy half. Scoots. Had Insember in support but doesn't use him. Smith. The makeshift hooker. Into the middle with Burns. Strong carry. Linked with Warrington for next season. So keeping an eye on him. Leeming goes left. It's with Smith. Last tackle. And Sember's offside there, but there's a kind of lethargic kick chase. Armstrong's underneath it. And he's getting dragged back by 3 players. O'Brien is waiting. Just shy of the 10-metre line in Leigh's own half. Hanley with the next carry. Just under 7 minutes gone. Dwyer again. And that's a carry just over the 10 now for Leigh. Charnley with another carry out the backfield. I think Wigan are going to make the backs do a lot of work. A hell of a lot of work. So I don't know if the forwards are going to get, that real punch through the middle. So it's going to be interesting. But strong hits on Mulhern there. Possibly lost the ball. It's gone unnoticed. Last tackle. O'Brien kicks long. And it's returned by Jay Field. Stopped immediately just over the 30. So field position still in favour of Wigan at the moment. Just a little bit back and forth right now. Just waiting for something to break. I can imagine Wigan may be spreading the ball. Either this tackle or the next. And going with French, maybe on the right edge, and we'll see. Eckersley with a carry. Again, excited to see his speed just in open space. Farrell with the next carry takes it just over the halfway line. 3 in the tackle. Leeming at dummy half. in towards the middle with Ellis. Across to Nsemba. 3 in the tackle again, definitely needed for Junior Nsemba. And last tackle, same again. Leeming left to Smith. Ellis is offside, possibly Marshall as well, but again, lethargic kick chase. Armstrong tries to bring it back. Multiple men in the tackle trying to drag him out. They almost do. It's a good effort defensively there from Wigan. And Leigh stuck on their own 10 at the moment. Getting dragged back a little bit as well. A lot of hard work to be done by Leigh. A lot of hard work to be done. O'Brien. Across to Niu. Shrugs off French. Dragging Farrell. There we go. That's what they need. Need those meters. Making the defence have to jog back. Get those quick play the ball. So, good carry. Real good carry. It's with Lamb. O'Brien. To Trout. Takes on Leeming. Takes it over the 40. Coming up to last tackle. Leigh still haven't had a tackle in the opposition half yet. It's with O'Brien. Back-to-back kicks from him. He's kicked high, but not very long, unfortunately. So Wigan are going to start this set in somewhat decent field position. Field is looking for some open space. Good tackle there from Hanley. Little slip from Jay Field. Hanley brings him down. Doesn't let him get those easy meters because there was a little bit of space down that edge. But good defensive work from Hanley. A little bit slow to play the ball. Going to entangle with each other. But Wigan on the third tackle coming up now. And Nsemba down the left edge. Straight into Gareth O'Brien. Knocks him on his backside. That's what you get from Junior Nsemba. They go down the short side left with Jay Field. He's going to go himself. He's not going to force anything. That's probably smart. Just over 10 minutes gone. Last tackle coming up. Wigan on Leigh's 30. Smith is going to kick high towards the back right now. Charnley's underneath it. Reliable as ever. Playing on that left-hand side. Dwyer just waiting at dummy half. Tessie Niu with the next carry. They are going to have to let him do a lot of work. Because he is dragging players. So just under 11 minutes gone. Dwyer is waiting at dummy half. Into the middle with Lamb. Across to O'Brien. Out the back to Armstrong. Cuts inside. Oh. Met nicely by Harry Smith. Then by Nsemba and Leeming. Good defensive work there. Not letting that get out of hand with the speed and step of David Armstrong. Mulhern is also met by 3. Last tackle coming up. 11 minutes and 17 seconds gone. Just for a time sink. Out the back to Lamb. Kicks high and long. But again, good field position. Eckersley takes that about 25 metres out from his own line. Returns it almost at the 40. So again, decent field position for Wigan. Just how can they finish these sets? Because they are just going high into the back corners. So they're going to have a go at any point. Unless they're just waiting for a penalty from Leigh or a mistake off their own backs. And then they'll strike after that. We will see. Leeming with a scoot through the middle is pretty dangerous. You've got O'Neill out with... not sure what the injury is, but he's out for a good few weeks. He's going to miss Vegas, unfortunately. He will be going. I heard he's going, but he's not going to be able to play. Just strapping up. Harry Smith's head's got a bleed at the moment. That's great. He's got a cut somewhere. Ellis with a carry through the middle on Leigh's 30. 12 minutes gone. Last tackle coming up. Is Smith ready to go again? He's not just yet, but he's with French. Kicks high towards the back left. Same game plan. Brand takes it. And just drops to the ground. Met by Jake Wardle. Hanley with the next carry. So Leigh being pinned back at the moment. It's going to be tough stuff. Real tough stuff. Next carry for Leigh takes him over the 20. Looked like he might have lost that for a second, but referee doesn't see anything. Lamb goes to the left. It's with Halton. It's brought down by a few again. This is good defensive work, kind of from both teams, to get multiple men in the tackle, not really give those easy meters. There's only been a few carries, but there's a nice offload to Armstrong. Look at him go. Look at that step. That's ridiculous. So he is, that kind of Jay Field type elusive player, Armstrong could be a real threat. When players get tired, when the forwards get absolutely knackered, this is huge. Just Leigh really need to make sure that they keep up this fight in the middle. Armstrong, a little bit more space than what he had there, just a little bit, and could be through. But he's looking exciting. So with Farrell on the 40-metre line for Wigan, takes it over and close to the halfway line. Third tackle, Leeming into the middle with Cade Ellis. Out the back to Harry Smith. Then out the back to Jay Field. All the space in the world, technically for him. Goes around the outside. Cuts back in. Isn't brought down just yet. Trying to shrug off a few. Brought down 20 metres out. Most effective play yet. Into the middle with Harry Smith. Across to Bevan French. We know how dangerous he is with a run. To Kieran. Cuts back in for Niu. Looking for an offload. Doesn't quite get it. Last tackle coming up. French at dummy half. French into the middle with Leeming. This might end up... Oh, this is a kick through to Thompson. Good pressure from him. Kicks across. Oh! Decent effort with the footwork from Luke Thompson. Almost has that. Just the bobble. Took the ball too far away from him. That was some good stuff. It was a decent touch. Wasn't bad, actually. Wasn't bad. Probably weren't expecting a kick through from Leeming to Thompson. So it caught him off guard a little bit, but that's effective. It's dealt with from Leigh. You get a little bit fortunate there, I suppose. And then, they get to bring the ball out from their own 20. Mason Mount in the crowd as well. I saw his thing, Wigan with Manchester United. That was pretty good. It's pretty good. It's always nice to collaborate with, well-known entities. It's always helpful. But Leigh now, inside the Wigan half. Exciting times for them. Third tackle, Lamb. Goes right. Is that O'Neill? It is, yes. O'Neill with the next play the ball. Dwyer is waiting. They go short side right. It's with O'Brien. Dinks the ball over towards the back right to put Field under some pressure. Bounces up to him. O'Brien is waiting. So is Brand. Good defensive work. So Wigan on their own 10. This is where Leigh needs to be real solid and real clinical. Marshall with the first carry. Met by Trout and two others. Mulhern and O'Neill. Smith is waiting. Give it to Eckersley. Barely any progress there, but they're just in the middle of the park now. Halton and Dwyer were waiting for him. Leeming, still just in front of their own 10. It's with French, looking to go himself. Gets it up to the 20. Solid defence. Fourth tackle, they make it just past the 20. This is real good defence from Leigh. Thompson with a big carry takes it over the 30. So there we go. 16 minutes gone. Last tackle coming up. Leigh, good defensive work. Really, really good. Good little chip into the corner, putting Field under pressure. Long kick from Harry Smith. Straight into the hands of Keenan Brand, who's going to return serve here, takes it up to the 30. So, decent field position to start with. Again, could put Wigan under pressure at the back end of this set, we will see. Armstrong is waiting at dummy half on the 30. Into the middle with Lamb. Takes the carry himself. The prop forward, Lachlan Lamb. Gets a few metres. 16 and a half minutes gone. Armstrong again waiting at dummy half. Into the middle with Tessie Niu. It's a carry over the 40. He's going to be huge. Already had a couple of good carries, looking really effective. That's a good carry. So Leigh go over the halfway line with Halton. Almost up to Wigan's 40. So good meters there. Started out a little bit slow, but they are moving it. Liu, to Armstrong on the edges. Sees a bit of space. Cuts back inside, gets up. He's got Hanley in support inside. Tries to throw it to the right, and Jake Wardle intercepts that one. There's a good effort from Armstrong, but you see the speed. He floats, he glides. Armstrong is looking good. He is looking good. God, he's going to be a nightmare. When he gets more experience and he just fits in with the attacking structures and everything, he's going to be incredible. And that's a penalty against Leigh. First one of the game. Need some water. So, offside against Leigh. 17 minutes and 54 seconds gone now for a time sink. So, on their own 20, players were offside. Liam Moore, I believe he claimed he'd already called it as offside or let people know that they were offside and they still went anyway. But Wigan now starting the set on the halfway line. This is dangerous field position now. Into the middle with French. Then to Smith. Across to Nsemba. Takes a big hit. Look for an offload, but doesn't get it. On Leigh's 40. Leeming is waiting. Into the middle with Smith. Then to Thompson. Just going to take a carry himself. If anyone would like to become a member of the channel, by the way, you can do. Just click the join button. Become a member. That'd be greatly appreciated. So the ball with Byrne now looking to play the ball just short of Leigh's 20-metre line. Fourth tackle into the middle with Smith. Out the back to French. Across to Wardle. Has to lean forwards for it. Good defensive work again. Was that Hanley? Yes, it was. Good defence again from him. Last tackle, 19 minutes. Marshall to Smith. Kicks across towards the right-hand side. Kieran is up, bounces. And that just ends up in the hands of Josh Charnley. He's getting dragged back, though. That is going to be a drop. Oh, no, it's not. Is that a penalty? Referee already called held, and therefore it's going to be a penalty for Leigh. That is huge. Or are they just going to be a handover because it's last tackle? It might just be a handover because it's last tackle. I thought it was a penalty for a second, but all good. So, Leigh in possession. Make it over their own 20. So, Keenan Brand with a carry, I believe. It's a dodgy pass up to Niu. You want to give him a bit more room to run than that. Lamb, short side left. Across to Halton. He had Charnley in support to the left, but it'd be a bit dangerous. Looking to drag him out, but he gets down. Just over 20 minutes gone now. Lamb is waiting at dummy half. Into the middle with Dwyer. Props it back up to Liu. Just shy of the halfway line. This is going to go short side left to Lamb. Takes a few metres, kicks it directly at Bevan French. And collects it. So Wigan actually get possession already just shy of their own 40. Eckersley with a carry through the middle. So not how they'd want to end that set. I think Lamb was probably hoping for something a little bit cheeky there. Maybe just to recover the ball off an intentional touch from Bevan French. But Wigan have possession just short of the halfway line. Into the middle with Zach Dupree. Yes, it is. Adam, hope Wigan wins. Well, they might do. Think they're the stronger team right now. But Leigh is really putting up a good fight. They are putting up a good fight. Unfortunately, Calvin, I cannot show you the game because I'll get copyrighted. So this is the best I can do, unfortunately. So with Cade Ellis in the middle, to Dupree, looks to offload, gets it to Leeming. Leeming then offloads to Smith on the last tackle. Towards the back left corner, Brand is underneath it. And returns. Sees a bit of space, some good metres there, takes it up to the 20. That's good. Wigan defence tracking back. Niu with the next carry up to the 30. Some good carries from him. Lamb's waiting at dummy half. Charnley with the next carry. Just shy of the 40. Armstrong's waiting. Into the middle with Lamb. Are they going to go for something here? Maybe. It's with O'Brien. O'Neill. Over the halfway line. Fourth tackle. So the Pape's on. Exciting times. Goes for a scoot. Some good metres up to the 40. So last tackle really could pin Wigan back here. 22 minutes gone. Into the middle with Lock and Lamb. The left boot kicks it high. Eckersley underneath it. Takes it just cleanly enough. Charnley was waiting. French is now waiting at dummy half. Kieran with the first carry. Met by Halton. Good defensive work. Leeming waiting again. Into the middle with Liam Marshall. Sees a bit of space to run. After shrugging off one. Takes it over the 30. Turns the Leigh defenders around. With Smith across the field. Down the left edge. Then across to Wardle. Over the 40. Leigh going to drag him out maybe. Gets the offload. I think he did in time. He did. That's a huge offload there from Jake Wardle. I'm pretty sure he got that off in time. But now it's in the middle with Cade Ellis. Across to Tyler Dupree. There's room down the right edge. Anyone quicker than Dupree and something like a Bevan French or a Jay Field needs through. So, a spiral bomb there from the centre of the field from Smith. It's going to bounce. Armstrong can collect it, though, with a fortunate bounce there. So, Leigh in possession. In their own half. Taking it over the 30 now. We are still at 0-0 after 23.5 minutes, with O'Brien props it up to Hanley, who's had some good defensive moments in this game. Ipape goes right to Hughes, gets the offload with Liu, then to Armstrong. If they can offload to Armstrong with a bit of space, they're going to look dangerous. They're going to look very dangerous. Ipape again at dummy half on the halfway line. It's right to O'Brien, then to O'Neill. Had Hanley in support, but chooses not to go to him. Last tackle on Wigan's 40. This will go short side right to O'Brien. He's going to kick high towards the back right corner. Or it's more towards the centre, actually, I should say. Field catches it. Looking to run around the outside. Just falls to the ground. So Leigh can really pin Wigan back again, as they did a little while ago. So Marshall with a carry from dummy half. Only a couple metres there. So Wigan have had 11 tackle busts to Leigh's 7. Play the balls in the opposition 20. Wigan have had 5 to Leigh's 0. Attacking kicks, Wigan have had 6 to Leigh's 2. Wigan have looked like the stronger team right now. In terms of field position and attack, they've looked a little bit more effective. But Leigh's not really had the chance to do anything properly in attack. Fourth tackle with French. Straight to Armstrong. Returns. Leigh are going to start this set just over their own 40. 25 minutes gone in this game, so good field position to start with for Leigh. How will they finish this set? Niu with the first carry. Looking to get to the halfway line. Just shy. Incredible carries from Niu. Really, really strong. Ipape's waiting. Liu through the middle. Ipape waiting again at dummy half. It's with Lamb in the centre. Switches back to Hughes. Moves towards the left edge. They're over Wigan's 40. Up to Wigan's 30. Fourth tackle. This could be our first proper attacking set from Leigh. They go short side left with Ipape. Bit of room to run. Tries to offload. Bobbles. Ends up with Field. And he's going to recover that ball. So it's a nice try. Nice effort. Ipape has really tried to get things going through the middle. But that offload didn't quite work out. Ends up in the hands of Jay Field. But Marshall now with a carry just shy of their own 40. 26 minutes gone. Third tackle coming up for Wigan. Tyler Dupree through the middle. There we go. Nailed it. Leeming to Smith, who's on the right edge at the moment. Then to Farrell, who takes it over the halfway line. Leeming waiting again. 26.5 minutes gone. Into the middle with Smith. Last tackle. Dings it towards the back right. This could go out of play for a scrum. Or a play the ball. And it does. It's in touch. I'm not sure what I'm sure it's different on last tackle. Like if the ball goes out on the last tackle, then it's just to play the ball. If it's any other, then it's a scrum. If I'm not mistaken. Someone might be able to correct me on that one, but we'll see. "27 minutes gone. I'm about to yawn for whatever reason. Sorry, guys." So it was a play the ball. Charlie with the first carry. Takes over the 10. Ipape is waiting. It's a strong carry. Who's that? Tuatavake. Okay. There we go. Looks pretty big. It's with O'Neill. Ipape waiting. Goes left. To Tuatavake. I'll get it. I can say Tui Kamikamitha without issue, but I can't say Tuatavake. And he's here, the commentator. Say it again. I already said it correctly and then lost it. It's with Lamb. With a strange kick. It bounces though. Ends up in the hands of Jay Field, who's down that left-hand side, looking to shrug off a few. Met by Ipape with a big hit. Falls over again. Field not having the best day so far. put under a lot of pressure on the back of these kicks. I think Leigh can keep that up. They'll take him out of the game completely. Eckersley, again, good defensive work. There are times where they're pinning him back, so can Leigh end up in decent field position? Oof, a pass across from Lehman. Hits French in the head. Leigh come up with possession. 30 metres out. Neo down the left. Good little step. Neo's looking really effective with the carries. Nice little step there. He's a big lad. Into the middle with Halton now. So this will be our first proper go from Leigh. This is the first proper go now. I mean, I know Armstrong had a chance, but we'll see them properly go. It's taken half an hour, but it's across to Armstrong. Good defensive work from Wardle. It's a big hit there to shut him down. Good jam into him. O'Brien's waiting at dummy half. Into the middle with Hughes. On the 10-metre line for Wigan. They're just going to try and set something up. 29 minutes gone. Ipape's waiting. He's just right at the sticks at the moment. Into the middle with O'Brien. Across to Lamb. Switches back to Halton. Bit of space in the middle of the field. Just runs into Smith. Good defensive work. Last tackle now between the sticks. 29.5 minutes gone. Fifth tackle. They go right to O'Brien. Over the top to Keenan Brand, who's met by Marshall. Good defensive work again. Both teams real solid defence. So, not too much there from Leigh. Not too much, but a little bit. Forced slightly from O'Brien, but it's always worth a go. I think it would have been pretty typical if he'd just gone out the back to Lock and Lamb. Didn't really have much on there. They didn't have the numbers, but good defensive work from Wigan. And they play the ball in their own 10. So Junior Nsemba with the first carry. Half an hour gone. Getting dragged back by 3. Good defensive work again from Leigh. This is good stuff. They're firmly in this game. This is not quite how I thought it was going to go. I thought French and Field and that left edge would have a bit more success by now. But half an hour gone, it's 0-0. There's good defensive work from both teams. 30-12 was my prediction to Wigan, by the way. But I think Ipape has really helped to transform Leigh in attack and defence since he's been on. Armstrong is already at the halfway line when he returns this kick. So, great field position again for Leigh. Just can they have a stronger attacking set and look more creative? Maybe the left edge will have a bit more success. With Niu, little powerful pass across to him maybe. Let him barge somebody over. We will see. Like they tried with Jake Wardle earlier in the game. So in the middle with O'Brien. Across to Hanley. 31 minutes gone. Ipape. Into the middle with Liu. Across with Tuatavake. Gets the offload. Tuatavake. I've got it. Tuatavake. Ipape. Faking short side left. Not sure what to do. Back with Tuatavake again. 20 metres out. Last tackle for Leigh. Ipape. Short side left to Lamb. Maybe a dink over the top. Across to Halton. So it's put down on the 10 metre line. So again, Leigh need a strong defensive set to keep Wigan pinned back. They've done it a little bit already. So Eckersley just shifting across towards the middle now. Still on their own 10. It's with Marshall. Leeming waiting now at dummy half. 32 minutes gone. Sorry for the yawn again, guys. I do apologise. I don't know why I'm yawning. It happens when I talk a lot, actually, so I do know why. Leeming with a decent carry there at the back of an offload. Takes it over the 40. Thompson, the makeshift hooker, is waiting at dummy half. Beautiful pass inside to Hill. Out the back to Smith. Good defensive jam in there. Good pressure from Leigh down the right. Makes Smith go inside, but he gets an offload with Field. Looking to go down the left. Back inside to Wardle. Bit of space to run. Good tackle from O'Neill, because that could have been ugly if they let him get through. O'Neill interferes with that a little bit, but it's play on. Bevan French down the right. They've got the numbers. Cuts back inside and cuts again. He's slipping. Lehman with possession. To Thompson. Dupree is just short. He's a metre short. Last tackle coming up. Kick through, and it's recovered by Armstrong. That's disappointing there. They try and push him back over, but they've got Leigh pinned back as far as they could go. Hanley with the first carry. So this is the tide's turn now. Wigan pushing Leigh back. A lot of good defensive work from Leigh. They didn't really answer with anything. Oh, that's a huge hit. Neo against Dupree. That's huge. Dupree almost with the try. Looking like a halfback running towards those spaces on those sweeping runs. So Ipape waiting at dummy half. On the 20-metre line for Leigh. Tuatavake with the next carry. Over the 30. Ipape waiting again. To O'Brien on the last tackle. Kicks long. Straight into the hands of Leon Marshall though. Returns over their own 40. Met by Hughes. 34 minutes gone. Excuse me. Excuse me indeed. Over muted. I don't know why I didn't mute the mic. My bad. So with Smith. To Hill. Met straight away by Tuatavake. Leo comes to help out and so does Hughes. Leeming waiting at dummy half. In Leigh's territory now. It's with Thompson down the right edge. Makes some good meters on that carry. 34.5 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Wigan have had the best chances so far. Bevan French down the right to Farrell. Knocks on. Disgusted with himself. Apologises to his teammates. I feel like this game is just waiting to be broken. It's just who's going to do it first. Because when Wigan create those second phases, so when Wigan get the offloads and get the second phases, they look dangerous because you've got the likes of Wardle, French, Field that just find those gaps. But Leigh, if they can get themselves an offload, maybe a strong carry from Neu, barging some players over, or quick play the ball, then a scoot from Ipape. Armstrong in support. Armstrong is looking a little bit nippy at the moment, so looks tough to bring down when he's moving. But Hanley with a cut inside off the back of a scrum for Leigh. So they're in possession on their own 30. Brand taking up towards the 40. Some good carries there. Ipape waiting. Hughes with the next carry. Just shy of the halfway line at the moment for Leigh. Third tackle coming up. Ipape to O'Brien in the centre. Out the back to Lachlan Lamb. Over to Armstrong. He's met by Adam Kieran. That's good defensive work. I think they maybe had a 3-on-2 there, but that's a good timing from Adam Kieran. Very, very good. Tuatavake with the next carry. So Leigh in the Wigan territory at the moment. Coming up to the last tackle. Short side left with Lamb. Dinks high. Fields underneath it. They're going to put him under pressure again. Shrugs off one. But falls down again. Not having the best game. Lamb taking his time to let him get up. There's Eckersley with the next carry. The backs have had to do a lot of work for Wigan in this game. They have looked effective, but they've had to do a lot of work out the back. And there's Marshall with the next carry. Effective carry there up to the 30. Leeming to Nsemba down the left edge. Up to the 40. Thought he could run, but has to play the ball. It's with Smith on the 40. Across to Hill. Then to French. Fake pass to, fake prop up to Farrell. Out to Adam Kieran. Good defensive work from Leigh. So just over the halfway line for Wigan on the last tackle. 37 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Good defensive work from both teams. And not just because it's 0-0, but you can see the defensive efforts. Taken cleanly by Armstrong. Swirling a little bit, but bumps off Thompson. O'Brien waiting at dummy half. Charnley takes it over the 20. Who is going to break first? Could be 0-0 at half time. It really could be. Brand waiting in the middle. Takes it up to the 30. Ipape waiting. So with Hanley through the middle now. Dragged back by a few. Ipape waiting again. Fourth tackle. Only 20 metres made on this set so far. With Hughes takes it over the 40. 38 minutes gone. 2 minutes to go in this first half. Ipape again on the last tackle. Left to Lachlan Lamb. Dinks the ball through. Straight to Field. Good chase there. That's a really good chase. Because Field would have been looking to switch all the way around to the other side there. That's an absolutely excellent chase, to be fair. Good chase. Very good chase. Eckersley with the next carry. Up to the 20. Minute and a half to go. Marshall with the next carry. I think whoever's got possession when the hooter sounds will hopefully get a bit creative, try and do something. It's with Hill going right to Smith across to Farrell. Looking for a quick play of the ball. But Lehman into the middle with Hill. God, he's a big lad, isn't he? Last tackle, just over the halfway line. They go right. It's with French. Dinks the ball over to the back right. Charnley having to turn around. Recovers it. And he's going to return. I'm glad to see Charnley actually starting the year after that playoff game against Salford, that injury. That could have been ridiculous. Could have been really bad. But I'm glad he's back. So Hanley with a carry just shy of the 20. Third tackle, 30 seconds to go in this first half. 0-0 at the moment. Leigh could finish out the half here. I think they are taking the time a little bit. They might just go for a kick and chase. We'll see. Pape. It's with Liu. Good carry there. Last tackle. 12 seconds to go. Ipape kicks straight into the hands of Marshall. So Wigan will get one last chance here, maybe. Marshall across to Wardle. Cuts back inside. Brought down. And there we go, folks. That is going to be half time. Right then, there we go. 0-0 at half time. Wow. Was not expecting that at all. Not even remotely. Let's try and take a few notes here. Wow. If anyone has any thoughts, do let me know. But 0-0 at half time, that's interesting. Considering I predicted a 42-point game. Jesus. Oh. Possession even at 50%, but Leigh only inside the 20 for 46 seconds. Interesting. I think what I do like with Leigh, though, is that the defensive pressure that they've put on Wigan is excellent. So let's see, a couple of thoughts. So I think early on, I'm going to take some notes. So you're here with me as I'm taking notes. So early on, I think Wigan won the field position battle. And then Leigh worked their way back into it because they were losing at first, but then they started to fight back. Wow. 0-0. Really? Interesting. Very, very interesting. I was not expecting that at all. But fair play. Oh, there is another feature, by the way. I don't know if any Wire fans are here. But I've got a few things for the Wire game to make it feel like you're at the Halliwell Jones, including some transitions and a little trumpet sound like they play at the Halliwell Jones. So glad for now, back Leigh 14+. Looking likely. I mean, we know that Wigan can score a ridiculous amount of points whenever they need to, but 14+ with 0-0 at half time seems pretty good. That's looking good for you, Declan. That's alright. So yeah, first note was that I think early on Wigan won the field position battle, but Leigh worked their way into it when they pinned field back into the corners. I think defensive pressure from Leigh was excellent. Wigan got an eye on it. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. Went Wigan minus 16. You never know, George. You never know. You never know. I do feel like, given the difference in the forward pack, that over time it'll suit Wigan. Just with the ability to rotate such big lads. So, I still think Wigan can get the win here. Whether they get a minus 16 or a 16-point handicap, or I guess you'll need 17 at least, won't you? But I don't know. I don't know. Leigh's working really hard. They're just pinning them back into the corners. I think Leigh weakling is Brand. He got ball twice in good positions and failed to add decent yards. I don't know about that, Declan. I think he's had to carry the ball a couple times out the back and he's looked fine. There's not too much he can do, and there's not been much that he's had to do in terms of the attacking structure. So I think the weak link generally for defence is Brand, but I don't know. I think he's been fine. I've not had an issue with him, to be honest. I think he's actually been completely fine. He's not a big lad. He doesn't really need to add in the yards, but I see what you mean. I think he's alright for now. He's alright. All the hype, we were getting excited for this game, and it's 0-0 at half-time. So, 53% possession to Wigan. Completion sets, 17 of 20 for 85% for Wigan. 17 of 19, 89% for Leigh. Meters, 667 to 659, and a bunch of other stuff as well. Again, good to see Sam Burgess on the broadcast. Always nice to hear his thoughts. Oh, yeah, one penalty. Good point. Good point. There's like one penalty. Maybe two. Yeah, sure. There's like one penalty. So that's actually pretty good. And when you're not giving away penalties, then you stop giving the ball away or putting teams in good field position. I think Wigan created their best chances from offloads and probably non-conventional plays. So whether that be like a little dink through, leaning to Thompson being one, or just anything other than trying to spread the ball to the left, which is what they normally do with Smith and Sember, Wardle and Marshall. Again, apologies for the yawning. Armstrong. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. He could get one. He could get one moment in the second half. He's going to have to take it because there might not be many. Bear with me. Just making a few more notes. So I might do a match review video for TikTok because I think any game that I stream, I might actually do some more match reviews on TikTok. So congratulations. Should be a link to the TikTok in the description, by the way, if anyone wants to go follow that. I would like to get to 10k followers because I'm not getting paid from TikTok yet, so I need 10k followers. Thanks. Thanks. Right, so just making a few general notes from the first half. I think early on Wigan won the field position battle. Leigh worked their way into it eventually when they pinned field back into the corners and didn't give them room to run. I think defensive pressure from Leigh was excellent. They didn't finish sets particularly well in this half, but a very strong defensive line to keep Wigan pinned back. I think Wigan created their best chances from offloads. They did try a couple times just to do their normal plays down the left edge, but I think they looked most effective when they're moving the ball left and right rather than just attacking a single edge, when they're shifting it around, making the defensive line move, or unconventional plays like little kicks through from Leeming that you don't expect, and just offloads generally, making Wigan look as effective as possible. Both teams, I think, doing the basics quite well for the most part. There's a few mistakes in there, so I think Leigh could finish sets a little bit better. I think Wigan need to restrict the meters a little bit more. But I think both teams, for the most part, are doing the basics quite well. And finally, in terms of what's impressed me most for both teams, I think Wigan's best work is probably in the middle third, just the way that they shift the ball. They do still look quite effective in the red zone, but I think that's where most of their best work comes from, in the middle third at the moment in this first half. And Leigh's most impressive part is probably their defensive work inside Wigan's 30 to 20 metre zone. Just the pressure has been excellent. Absolutely excellent. And that's forcing them to get like good sets off the back of it, starting at like the halfway line or inside Wigan's half. So there's good work. I think what has impressed me the most is Leigh's defence, but I still think that Wigan's attack looks more effective. When Wigan get into the red zone, like Leigh's red zone, then I think Wigan can put up the points. But Leigh is doing a great job right now getting the basics right, putting on that defensive pressure to not even allow Wigan to get there in the first place. Or at least minimise the amount of play the balls they get inside that area. But yeah, there's a few thoughts from the first half. Anyone else has thoughts, let me know. Havard and O'Neill being out, maybe still adjusting slightly, but second half should recover. Possibly. There's a couple times they're using Hill as like the 13. So maybe there's a slight disconnect there in how fluid they'd like the attacking structures to be in the middle third. O'Neill is a big miss, but Leeming can make up for that. And Forber had some decent experience last year. A lot of Wigan fans gave him some praise. So I think I think they'll be able to make up for that. I think, yeah, just having that first half. I think with how back and forth it was, what will help is, even though you need like your number 7 to change the game on the fly, I think the fact that you can take the break and sort of reflect on the half, rather than having to try and change something mid-game, you can reflect on what's happened and make those adjustments accordingly. So I'm just hoping for points. That's all I'm hoping for. I've never seen a 1-0 win, but with if things continue the way they were in terms of performance, we could see a 1-0 win. Imagine that. Well, and again, apologies for all the issues at the start, for anyone that was here. So, just to kind of go into that a little bit, my PC, well, basically with my PC, you can choose to use software or hardware to like run the stream, basically. And I was using hardware because I was thinking, you know, I've paid for a PC that has somewhat decent hardware, so I thought I'd switch it over to hardware. And, you know, I previously used software and there was never an issue, but when I tried to do new things, it didn't work. So, if that makes any sense. So I've had to go back to this. I realise it probably makes no sense to anybody. I think with Vegas, I will be doing a stream, by the way, but I don't know anything about the women's game. I don't know the players. I only know Jodie Cunningham, to be honest. But I don't know anything. I did plan to do all the games back-to-back, but I think because I don't know anything about the women's game, it might be a good opportunity to just have a break. So I'll do Wigan versus Warrington, I'll do Raiders versus Warriors, then probably a break for the Gillaroos versus England, and then back to it with Panthers and Sharks. I have to imagine a lot of Leigh fans are very happy with that, because given the excitement around Wigan's squad and the sort of, not complaints, what's the word? Question marks. The questions over Leigh's squad, I think they've done a fantastic job. Absolutely brilliant job defensively. Discipline, as John Wilkin mentions, and yeah, as he mentioned earlier as well, 1 penalty. I think sometimes they've turned over the ball a bit too easily in field position that makes it advantageous for the opposition, but great job with penalties. Great job. Who was it that gave away? Oh, it was Leigh. Leigh gave away the penalty and that was it. Some absolute geezer in this crowd, loving Viva Las Vegas. Vegas 25. You support Wigan and watching it right now. Lovely stuff. If you've got any thoughts over that half, do let me know. Players are coming out shortly. Oh. Okay. So Charnley's out with a knee injury. Neo moves to left wing. Jack Hughes is going to be left centre. That's unfortunate. I think it takes Neo out the game a bit too much. I would have actually moved Hughes to the wing. If it starts taking Neo out the game, you've got to... Oh, actually... No, because if he's the winger, he's just going to get more carries out the backfield. But do you take away his effectiveness with like the carries on the second and third tackle, that kind of thing? So I'm not sure. See, it says message retracted there in the chat. I've not done that. I don't know if you guys can delete your own messages or if it's YouTube doing it for no reason. I don't know. But we're underway for the second half. Let's go. Wigan, kick to Leigh. Lock and Lamb is underneath it. Turtavake with the first carry. Put under a bit of pressure early on. And again, if you guys would like to become a member, click the join button. It does help me out. Massively, to be clear. And check the description for the Kinetic Rugby League website. And follow the TikTok as well. Oh, a captain's challenge. Here we go. Challenging the ruling of a ball steal. We're going to challenge it. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. That might be a ball steal. Yeah, there's some Wigan hands on the ball and then it comes loose. Oh, there is like a punch from another player. Okay, so Wigan have lost their challenge. Leigh Leopards are going to win. Possibly Charlie. Possibly. Good start at 0-0. So Wigan have lost their captain's challenge. There we go. First captain's challenge of the Super League season. Yeah, so if it's inconclusive as well, you retain your challenge. I had that confirmed to me by someone reliable, a reliable source, a while ago. So, Leigh in possession, 41 minutes gone in this game. 1 minute in the half. Leigh with a carry, just shy of the halfway line. So Leigh in possession. Slow to play the ball there. Turtavake takes it over the halfway line. Brought down by Dupree and Hill. Ipape into the middle now with Davis. Gets his first carry of the game. Takes it up to Wigan's 30. Good field position here. Fourth tackle. Ipape goes right. That's a Liu. He's done a lot of work through the middle here. Last tackle. Ipape. In the middle of the park. Goes right to O'Brien. Kicks back towards the middle. Putting field under pressure again. Wigan are just a bus inlet. Interesting. So Wigan play the ball. Just shy of their own 10. Eckersley with the first carry. He gets a few metres there. Leeming's waiting. 2 minutes gone in this second half. Kieran with the next carry. Takes it over the 20. So it could be a lot of the same to start with, but at some point someone's going to have a go. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody just goes for a one-pointer. Obviously, there could be a penalty that opens it up. But if somebody just goes for a one-pointer, then it forces the opposition to have to come out with something. So the ball bounces off the back of the kick, ends up in the hands of Tessie Niu. Looking to skip past a few. But is brought down, met by a few defenders there. Farrell and Dupree waiting. Lamb at dummy half into the middle with Hanley. With Ipape. Cross to O'Neill. And Leigh on the third tackle on the halfway line now. Ipape's waiting at dummy half. It's with O'Brien. Switches back to Liu. 3 minutes gone. Slow to play the ball again. Entangled together with Hill. It's left to Davis. into Lamb, switches back to Halton. Into the middle of the park, 40 metres out. Last tackle coming up. I reckon they'll just go short side left and dink it high. What are they going to do? Ipape, short side left, dink it high. Eckersley drops a ball, but ref says backwards. I would actually agree on that one. That's fine. But Wigan under pressure. Being pinned back at the moment. Yeah, it definitely was backwards, but could have gone a bit wrong. Marshall with the next carry for... I was going to say Leigh. For Wigan. Leeming's waiting at dummy half. Third tackle. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Nsemba down the left side. Knocks O'Brien on his arse again. Leeming's waiting on the 30. Luke Thompson. A little bit shy of the 40. Massive hit from Nsemba. That was huge. Short side left to Smith. Kicks long. Armstrong lets it bounce once, twice, pops up for him nicely, and he's going to have to return, but plenty of Wigan defenders there. Good defensive work to start. So 4.5 minutes gone in the second half, pretty much a lot of the same. Keenan Brand with the next carry. Looking to get dragged back, Nsemba and Ipape going at each other. I think Ipape won that fight. Ball goes across to Niu, there's a little bounce, but it's recovered. 5 minutes gone. Lamb is waiting at dummy half. Charlie, I believe the word is beat. I think they're going to beat Wigan Warriors. I don't think win Wigan Warriors is correct. I believe the word is beat. So it's with O'Brien on the last tackle at the halfway line. With Marshall trying to skip past Hanley, stopped on the 20 metre line. Hanley has been real solid defensively. So Smith at dummy half gives it to Eckersley with another carry. He's had to do a little bit of work. Leeming from the 30. Gives it to Farrell down the right edge. Met by Lamb and Ipape. Leeming into the middle with Cade Ellis. Looking to get up to the halfway line. There's a few metres short. Last tackle. Oh, gets an offload. I thought he would have been held there. He was held for quite a while. And Nsemba down the left edge. Bumps off O'Brien again. He's going to need some help down that side. So a little scoop from Lehman, chips over the top. Bevan French is there. Just sits nicely enough for Armstrong. That was close. That was a good recovery though. That could have been ugly for Leigh. Nia with a carry. Nice little chip and chase there. Well recovered from Armstrong because with guys almost right at him. I don't know how to spell yet, opposed to making fun. I'm not making fun. Relax, Charlie. Relax. I don't know who's making fun. O'Neill with the next carry over the halfway line. So Leigh in good field position now on the back of this set. Field with the catch. Hope you're doing well anyway, Charlie. Thanks for being here. So Wigan play the ball on their own 20. Marshall with the next carry. Lehman with a scoot, shrugs off a few, moving towards the right. So Farrell with the next carry. Lehman's waiting. Ellis takes over the halfway line. They switch now to Smith, then to Field. Here we go. Oh, he doesn't give it. Keenan Brand stops him. He doesn't give it. Oh, that is... Oh, that was like the best opportunity and he's absolutely screwed it up there. That is clearly the best. That is prime 2024 Wigan and he doesn't give it. Fakes the pass to Wardle. He doesn't give it. Well done, Keenan Brand, for keeping him, though, because if he, like, slipped through, that is definitely a try. So Leigh in possession now. Pape waiting at dummy half. Brand to play the ball. 9 minutes gone in this second half. It's with Lamb and to Halton. Over the 40 in Leigh's own half. It's with Lamb. Switches back to Davis. Takes it up a few metres shy of the halfway line. Pape waiting on tackle 4. Through the middle with Liu. Few decent metres there up to Wigan's 40. So short side left to Lamb. Kicks high. Smith waiting at dummy half. It's with Wardle. Takes it over Wigan's 30. Look for a quick play the ball. Smith to Ellis. Cross to French. Here we go again. Field. Gives it across to Kieran. Cuts back inside. Just straightens up. Switches back to Ellis. So the ball is high. It's going to be a bit of a contest here. And that's a knock-on from Keenan Brand. So here we go. Wigan in great field position now. This could finally be some points. I'd say if they don't get a try on this set, or if they get a repeat set, then just go for one. Just go for 1 point. Aye, I see that, Jonathan. Wigan scrum indeed. So it's over to Smith, across to Kieran. About 15 metres out. It's with Dupree. Leaming goes left to Thompson. Big carry. Stopped about 2 metres short. Leaming left of the sticks. Goes left to Smith. Cuts back inside. Good defensive work then from Tuatavake. Fourth tackle into the middle with Ellis. Then to Thompson. Shy of the line again. With French, kicks the ball through. Looked like Farrell was stopped. I don't think he was taken. Oh, we've got a yellow. We've got a yellow. What? Oh, shit. Okay. So Farrell, who was stopped, gets the yellow card for kicking off. Wow, okay. So that is Farrell with a sin bin. Wow. Bloody hell indeed, Adam. So, Leigh, with possession. Pape with the first carry over the 20. Ball comes loose. Referee says it's Wigan's ball. So Wigan in possession. Field, bit of space. Cuts past a few. Field is through. J Field is in. What a response. What an absolute quality response. It is going to be checked. Probably going to check for a knock-on or a strip. Try giving on field. So they're going to review how the ball came out the tackle. It's kicking off a little bit between the two. I thought it was a strip initially, but it all happened so quickly, so don't take my word for that one. I just kind of first thought. Let's have a look. 2 in the tackle. Oh, we can't see the ball at the moment. Let's see. There's a strip. It is my opinion that the ball was stripped with 2 men in the tackle. Marshall's hand is underneath the ball and he makes a stripping motion and the ball comes free. Yes, that is going to be no try. I agree. I do agree with that because there is a definite strip from Marshall. Fair enough. So it stays 0-0. Right then. Wigan often scored in 2024 during Sinmin. I do recall they used to do a little bit. So it's with a Pape on the halfway line. Apologies, I'm back to it now. So Wigan a man down. Farrell is off. Space to run down maybe for Armstrong. Could be huge. I'm getting a blocked nose. That's not good. So Davis waiting at dummy half on Wigan's 40. To Mulhern. Offloads to Davis. Trying to shrug off a few. 55 minutes gone in this game. Armstrong waiting at dummy half. Into the middle with O'Brien. Across to Tuatavake. Last tackle. Leigh in good field position. Just 20 metres out. O'Brien kicks high towards the back left. Field is underneath it. Takes it cleanly. And is stopped a few metres. Good defensive work again from Leigh, pushing them back. Byrne with the next carry. Takes it up to the 20 for Wigan. Liam goes short side left to Smith, who's going to put a bit of a spiral on that. And a return from Armstrong. Looking to shift left. But he's brought down. New with the next carry. Plays the ball for Davis. Shrugs off a few. Keenan Brand, good meters through the middle there. So 56.5 minutes gone. Or just over, the clock stopped for a little bit. Davis again, waiting at dummy half. Ipape is now first receiver, so they played him in like that 13/7 role-ish. Niu. Oh, he's pushed out Eckersley. Good defensive work there. That's a big lad he's just pushed out of play. So Eckersley takes Niu out of play. Good stuff there. Good defensive work from the young lad. Shifts across nicely. That's a big body. And he's just pushed him out. Nice work. People from Leigh Leopard came to my school and said to watch the game, and they're not even on the starting 13. Alright, who... Oh, it must have been academy lads then. Because I'm pretty sure this is like Leigh's first team. I don't think there's any major guys missing, so... Blue Lock, I would imagine it was academy lads. So, Wigan in possession. Not sure how long Farrell's got left. Oh, as they bring up a timer. 4 minutes and 7 seconds left on the sin bin for Liam Farrell. So the ball is with Tessie Niu now. A good little carry there. Found some space. Smith is chasing. Catches up to him, brings him down the halfway line. That's a good return from Niu. That's excellent. So Leigh on the front foot. So with O'Neill. Good tackle there from Wardle to shut that down. Ipape with a carry. Up to Wigan's 30. It's a few minutes to go with the extra man. Can Leigh put up some points? I think worst case scenario, just go for one. Just before he comes on. Just get summit. So with O'Brien down the right, fourth tackle to Hanley, cuts back inside. O'Mila Hanley's brought down about 5 metres out. Brand waiting at dummy half for the last tackle. So with Lamb, kicks the ball low, bounces up for Byrne, met by Pape, offloads to Field. Bit of space to run for Field, but he's brought down. That's good defence from Leigh, not to let him get a breakthrough. But about 13 metres out from their own line now, Wigan in possession. Leeming waiting. It's with Marshall in the middle of the field, takes it up to the 20. Leeming to Kieran. This is Leeming into the middle with Cade Ellis. Takes the carry himself. Looks for an offload straight away. He gets one. It's with Leeming again. He's looking for another offload. Gets one as well. Field over to Smith, who kicks the ball in towards the back left corner for Armstrong to chase. He's got a bit of time to figure out what he wants to do. Maybe cut towards the middle. No, he's just going to straighten up. Return serve. He's getting pushed back a little bit. O'Brien is waiting, gives it to Keenan Brand. Falls over. So the time right now is 60 minutes and 50 seconds for me. O'Brien is waiting at dummy half over the 20 metre line in Leigh's own half, sorry. Davis to Ipape. Takes a carry through the middle up to the 40, just over. Mulhern with a carry to the right, skips past Nsemba and drags a couple players as well. Good run there from Robbie Mulhern. Hanley's waiting. Into the middle with Lachlan Lamb, kicks it high. Few Leigh defenders told to give 10. It's in the hands of Liam Marshall. Brought down about 15 metres out from his own line. It's with Eckersley with the next carry. Should be Liam Farrell back on very soon. Just waiting for the waiting for him to come back on. So the ball's with Smith on the last tackle. Kicks the ball through to Armstrong. It bounces a lot, but he picks it up. And he's just met by 2 defenders, 3 there. Patrick Mago's not even seen the field yet. Oh my goodness. Just realised Forber is on. Leeming is off. Maybe he'll offer something different in the spine. We'll see. But Leeming's had a solid game. It's with Halton. Can't wait for Mago to come on though. He's going to look good. So yeah, should be a few minutes left. Farrell coming on shortly. Mago will be coming on as well. Lamb with a run down the left-hand side takes over the halfway line. 4th tackle now for Leigh inside Wigan's territory. O'Brien in the middle. Then to Epape. Across to Trout, then to O'Neill. Looking for an offload, gets it to Trout. Then to O'Brien in support. Across to Hanley. Looking to cut back inside. Can't really do that because O'Brien's in the way. Would be obstruction. Farrell is back on. So there we have it. 13 again for the Wigan Warriors. Leigh unable to put up points. So good defensive work from Wigan. But can Leigh use this momentum that they've built up a little bit to maintain it for the rest of the game? 63.5 minutes gone. We need some points. Patrick Mago is on the field, folks. Ellis with a carry up to the halfway line. 64 minutes gone in this game. 4th tackle for Wigan. Forber goes left to Smith, then across to Patrick Mago with his first carry. Give O'Brien some support. He's getting absolutely barged onto his backside. Hey, Beard Guy. The name's Rob, by the way, for future reference. Rob. I predicted that Wigan's going to win, and I want my predictions to do well, like the predictions videos. So if Wigan win, fair enough. I'm a Wire fan, so I'm not really too bothered who wins this one. I'd take a draw. I think both teams would take a draw, actually. So, Leigh in possession. Well, I don't. So please don't. Thank you. So Davis at dummy half. Into the middle with Trout. Takes it over the 40. Up towards the halfway line. That's a good carry from Trout. Davis to O'Brien. Kicks high towards the back left. Field is underneath it. He's going to return. Maybe go past Lamb. Tries to shrug him. A good defence there from Lamb. Good support from Robbie Mulhern as well. Marshall with the next carry just short of the 20. Basically on the 20 actually. Forber is waiting at dummy half. Pushes Mulhern out the way. Goes for a carry himself. Up towards the 30. So there's decent metres there. We've never had a 0-0 in Super League. Interesting. Ellis out the back to Smith. Just pushes that ball away to Wardle. Shrugs off Hanley. Saying a knock on from Wigan. I didn't see where the knock on was. Was it forward? I don't know. It looked lateral to me, but You think Farrell deserves being sent off? I mean, if he was mouthing at the referee, yes, but I think they're soft cards anyway. So scrum for Leigh inside Wigan's half. It's to Lamb now down the left, then with Hughes playing at centre. Again, Charnley went off at half-time with a knee injury, so Hughes is left centre, New is left wing. In the middle with Halton now, up to Wigan's 30. Davis waiting at dummy half. Into the middle with Edwin Apape. Going right to O'Brien. Then to Armstrong, across to Hanley. Hanley's got a bit of room to run. Doesn't give the ball to Keenan Brand on his right. Could have done, but that's probably smart, just staying inside for now. Into the middle with O'Brien. Then to Apape in the middle as well. Stop just short of the 20-metre line. 2 tackles to go for Leigh. Trout to Lamb to Halton. Ooh, that could have been potentially high. Halton is not looking good. Oh my god. Halton gets hit in the head, tries to play the ball. Nobody is there to receive it, and we can come up with possession. I don't know what Hughes was doing. I really don't. Armstrong's been amazing, don't you think? Well, I think he's been fine. He looks exciting. I just want to see him get more opportunities to actually, run through some gaps. Nsemba, straight into O'Brien again. He's had a lot of luck there. Forber waiting. They're in Leigh's territory now. 5th tackle onto the 40. Smith just dinks the ball through, and that's going to go out of play. So, 69 minutes gone in this game. Only 11 minutes to go. Just thinking that should be a drop goal coming soon. But it's like, who goes for it? Because if we can come up with possession, in good field position off the back of this set, Niu with the first carry takes up to about the 15, and we can go a point up, that really incentivises Leigh to go at them. Whereas both teams are kind of just taking the time with it a little bit. But Trout with a carry. Next carry from Mulhern takes it over the 30 for Leigh. It's with O'Brien across to O'Neill. Dwyer is waiting, takes it over the halfway line. Oof, saying that Dwyer's lost it. They could challenge it. So there's a challenge from Leigh. So there was a claim it was a knock-on. Leigh thinks it's a ball steal. Brad Dwyer believes it was a ball steal. So let's have a look. So I think there's a hand on the ball from Wardle. Let's have a look. I think that is a knock-on. It might be seen as inconclusive, but I don't... Does Wardle strip? I don't really know. Thank you, however you pronounce that name. Beard growing genetics are a plus, a great plus. Kieran with a carry over the halfway line. It's with Farrell. Could be a drop goal soon. 9 minutes to go in this game. Ellis through the middle. Sign of a Warrior, I'm sure. Just not a Wigan Warrior. Mago with a big hit on O'Neill. Fourth tackle, it's with Smith, 20 metres out, as across to French. Cuts back inside. Good defence from Trout and Halton. Last tackle, only a few metres to go. It's across to Cade Ellis. Across to Smith. Good jam in there from O'Neill. Across to Wardle. Skips past Brand. That's a good little step there. Good recovery. Really good recovery. Up the trend. Evening, guys, girls. I'm a Wakey fan. What's your opinion on us this season? And does anyone think we can beat Leeds? I think you can. I think it'll take Jesus Christ. I think it'll take Wakefield a bit of time to learn, but I think they'll have a much better... I sort of compared them to London, saying that they'll learn like London did as the season goes on, but given the quality of the players, they'll start from a better position because there's plenty of Super League experience in that team, plus Darryl Powell to help get them up to speed with things. So I think I do agree with what he's just said. I think could be a big shock, but I think they'll learn over time. So they can beat Leeds and they can win a couple games. I think it's just going to be a bit of a learning experience early on, and they will have to make some adjustments. It's just a big question mark. Obviously, when a new team comes in, you never know how it's going to start for them. But I think we will have to see. I think they need, if they can stay in Super League this year, which they possibly will do, through the grading system, I think if they can recruit even better, then maybe next year they could be a lot more effective. But back to the game, 7 minutes to go. Wigan in possession on their own 30. Marshall takes it over the 30. Smith waiting, goes short side left to Nsemba. Goes straight to O'Neill and Hanley. Hanley's been really solid defensively. I need to think of a man of the match as well. Hanley's up there right now for me. Smith into the middle with Ellis, then to French. Across the field, skips back inside, looking for a bit of space. Straight into Brad Dwyer. So fourth tackle, Wigan are at the halfway mark. Forber's waiting, into the middle with Ellis. Skips back towards the right. Only a couple of metres there. So last tackle. This should just go to Smith for a kick to the back left again. Sorry. Smith kicks it high. Bit of spiral on that. Armstrong underneath it. 6 minutes to go, folks. 6 minutes to go. New with the next carry. I'd say Leigh just need to get their biggest guys on now. Go for that one. Crowd says forward on that pass, but the referee doesn't see it or go for it. Dwyer is waiting at dummy half. Towards the right to Apape. O'Brien then switches back to O'Neill. Dwyer's waiting again, fourth tackle. He takes it over the halfway point. Left to Lamb, then left to Halton, looking for an offload, doesn't get it. Last tackle now, Dwyer, out the back to Lock and Lamb. Eats up the metres that he can with his feet and then kicks the ball high for field, takes it cleanly. 5 minutes to go, folks. 5 minutes to go. Slips over again. Ipape is there, Dwyer also in support. That looks a bit slow, that should probably be a set of 6 again. Actually, have we had a 6 again? I don't know if we have. Possibly calls for 6 again there, but Wardle takes it over the 20 up towards the 30, just shy of it. 4.5 minutes to go. Forber. So with Ellis to French. Both teams, they just need to eat up field position. They don't need a try. They just need a drop goal. Drop kick might be made at 40 metres. It could be. Could be, Jonathan. I don't think Wigan's going to force it yet. Could still be a last-second try. Ooh, nice little switch back to Insemba through the middle. Because we've got golden point to go as well, so we will see. So it's left. Smith's gone for a drop goal from the 50, and it just bounces to Tessie Niu. So I like the idea, and at least ended up like a normal kick would have done. So that actually kind of worked out, to be honest. Niu almost dropped that ball on the 30, trying to play it. Almost. Ipape waiting at dummy half. Leigh now take it up towards the 40. Will this go to golden point or be a draw? It will go to golden point. And then if they don't score in like 2 or 3 sets of 5 minutes, then it is a point each. O'Brien eating up the meters, takes it over the halfway mark. Ipape waiting on the 4th tackle. Into the middle now with Liu. Gets the offload. Recovered by Ipape. Switches back to Trout. There's a bit of room to run through the middle to eat up meters. A couple spins from Trout. 5th tackle, there could be a chance at 1 pointer here. There could be a chance. They're not going for it. Disjointed. Lamb's got hard. Good pressure onto Lamb, stopping him from doing it. O'Brien, he knows how to score a 1 pointer in big moments. Chips over the top. Marshall recovers. Marshall with a good response. Liu bringing him down. They had to bring him down. That's a good return. Wigan could be in a great position now for the 1 pointer. Eckersley plays the ball. Forbes waited at dummy half. With Liam Farrell. Over halfway now. Oh my god, I've never seen a game like this. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable, Jeff. Into the middle with Cade Ellis. This is going to go across to Smith. Left props it up to Insemba. Bit of room to run. Offloads to Leeming. Moving towards the right. Over to Bevan French down the right-hand side. Tries to skip past Halton. He does. Cuts back inside. Defenders are waiting. Leeming has a bit of space to run in the middle. Brought down by a few defenders. 2 minutes to go. It's across to Smith. He wants to get this way. Left to field. Over to Wardle. Cuts back inside. They're not in a good position to get this to Smith in the middle. They could still... What minute is it? It's 78-20. So with Smith, is he going to go for 1? He's going to dink the ball across. Over the... Oh, Lamb. That is a huge stop from Lachlan Lamb. If Lamb did not touch that ball, that is straight to Bevan French. And it's all kicking off now. It's all kicking off. Oh my goodness. The clock's still ticking. They're going at each other now. I don't know what happened. Was it like a late hit on Lamb? It possibly was. So, Smith not in a position to go for a 1 pointer. That was a bit stupid from Wigan. They kind of went for it on the 4th tackle. A late hit, maybe through the back of... Or not a late hit, but... That was huge from Lachlan Lamb. That was absolutely massive. Wow. Clock is stopped with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go. So was that a penalty against Wigan? Yeah, they're sort of scrapping a little bit. I think there was a hit. There's potential for a yellow hit. Oh. Is Adam Kieran about to get a yellow? Oh. Is Kieran about to get a yellow? It's going to be a yellow for Adam Kieran with 1 minute to go. Oh my god. This could be it for Leigh. See, if Wigan can hold out, then they might still get him back for... Might still get him back for overtime. Lamb as a crybaby. There was a moment he had at the Pacific Championships that looked horrible. Thanks, Robin. New sub. Value your opinion. Talk sense. Fancy the White. Have a great season. Being honest. Put you 3rd place, maybe in the final. Well, thanks, mate. I appreciate that. I'll always try and give an honest opinion, hopefully as unbiased as possible as well. Super Rigged League, I don't know. Don't know about that. Definitely not a rigged game. There's nothing rigged about this, just both teams been strong defensively. So, 50 seconds to go. Wigan are a man down. In the middle with Mulhern, then to O'Brien, across to Armstrong. If you give him space, he's through. But putting him under pressure. Mustafa, relax, buddy. There's no scams here. O'Brien knows how to go for a long drop goal, so third tackle going down the left edge with Halton, eating up all the metres they can. Every metre is important. 13 seconds to go. 10 seconds left. This might have to be it. Oh, they're going for another one. Mulhern, they're setting up in the middle. They want to slow play the ball here. They might get it. Here we go. Referee blows the whistle. Oh. Referee blows the whistle. We are going to go to overtime. Right, well that is the end of 80 minutes. So that's full time. Pending. Excuse me. There we go. Full time. Pending overtime. So it's sort of full time. I'm just going to place an ad here whilst we wait. So if anyone gets one, thanks. Wow. The lowest score I think I ever remember seeing was like 4-2 maybe. So it's a draw 1. Yeah, I've honestly, Jonathan, never seen 4-2 is literally, I'm pretty sure it's the lowest I've seen. It was like Huddersfield versus Salford, like well over a decade and a half ago. This is wild. But the thing is, obviously, yeah, it could be 4 or 6, but both teams, they've been so solid defensively. I'm a little bit disappointed. Actually, you know what? No, scratch that. Both teams, they've actually had a decent go in attack. Like, they've not been overly creative. In some moments, it just hasn't worked out in terms of attack. But I tell you what, like, both teams defensively have been excellent. So they've just done the coin toss. So I think Leigh going to be kicking off first. I'm not sure. Right, I'll take this full-time thing off because we're about to get started. And again, don't forget Wigan are a man down still. So in terms of recording golden point, Wigan have won 2, lost 2. Leigh have won 1, drawn 1. So there we go. 0-0. Honestly, I predicted 30-12 to Wigan. 30-12. Wow. Okay. So O'Brien is going to kick off for Leigh. I was going to say Leeds. Leigh. To Wigan. Again, Wigan being a man down. I think they'll be okay with having possession first, because they want to eat, eat down the clock. With Kieran being off, whether they'll have enough time for him to come on, but I reckon there'll be points scored by then. Here we go, folks. We're about to get underway in overtime. Come on! We're about to get a football score for the first time ever. Leigh did well late last year, except against Wigan and Hull. Certainly, yeah. Yeah, it's just those top teams they couldn't really compete with, like the two right at the top. They had a good go against Warrington late in the season. But, yeah, they certainly improved. They've started the season extremely well. They should be very proud of this. I think the kicking game from Smith here is going to be massive. It's going to be absolutely massive. Make sure that they pin Leigh back. If Armstrong gets a break, it's huge. Right, we're just waiting. We're about to kick off shortly. 48 people here. Howdy, folks. Hope you're doing well. Again, we're just waiting. I think they said they're waiting to add the time onto the big screen. I think that's what they just said. So there's a chance for some people to rest. So they're saying they need the timekeeper to add the clock back to what it needs to be before they restart the game. So a little bit of waiting, unfortunately. As a Saints fan, this is definitely a good way to start the season. Absolutely, Cameron. Absolutely. And I would almost be happy with a point each for both these. I'm not a Leigh fan. I'm not a Wigan fan. I am a Wire fan. But both teams have absolutely earned a point. This will spark conversation about just having a draw after 80 minutes. Like, just giving the point each. Because some people do want it that way. I kind of want it that way. Some people want a point each after 80 minutes and then overtime you get the extra point if you win. I think in a situation like this that seems fair, but a point each also seems fair for this. Rovers winning it all this year, we'll see. We will see. Certainly looking good again. Yes, why till I die? Exactly that, Lex, exactly that. So, just another reminder, I might have to remind you guys again, we're waiting for the timekeeper in the stadium to put the time on the clock. Otherwise, we can't start. Yeah, Brian Carnage made a good point. Why can't the ref start it? He's got a stopwatch. Fave player. Probably George Williams, just because of what he provides. I do really like Josh Thulis, though, because I think he embodies hard work, dedication, effort. Score prediction for Saints versus Salford. Fave player, I do also like Danny Walker as well. So, score prediction for Saints versus Salford. Now, I did say in my predictions video, Salford 23, Saints 22. However, I am hearing that because of the financial situation that Salford are going through, that they actually can't use a lot of their regular first teamers. I don't know what the situation is. So it is possible that Salford have quite a weakened team. So I think Saints will probably win that one. So I'll probably lose out on my prediction. So if that is true, that Salford can't use a bunch of people because of all the financial stuff, then that's unfortunate. Okay, so they are just going to play on. Someone will let Liam Moore know what the time is, and he'll relay that back to the players as the game goes on. So we've got our first 5-minute stint. I'm not sure how many stints there are. It's either 2, 3, or 4. Feel bad for Salford, to be honest. I do too. I wasn't a bit sure about about how that all worked, but part of me can understand it. But here we go. We've kicked off again. Bevan French into the middle with Field. Here we go. Golden point, folks. Golden point. Lee Ming is waiting at dummy half. So Wigan's still a man down with Adam Kieran on the bench for a high hit onto the back of Lachlan Lamb's head. And Semba down the left-hand side, straight into O'Brien again. Some good meters, takes it over their own 30, looking for an offload. Keenan Brand is there to shut that down if needed, but he is brought down. Wait, who started? Lee kicks to Wigan. Wardle, good meters down the left-hand side, takes it over the halfway mark. Lehman is waiting, trying to get a quick play of the ball. So Leeming's there to Smith in the middle. Already in good field position. I don't know if they'll go for it on this one. They could try and... They might go for it, we'll see. So with Smith, is he going to go for it? No, he's going to go for a chip kick to the back left corner. It's high. Marshall versus Brand. Marshall wins that one. Brand catches him though. Not catches him, he tackles him. Bobbles all the way around. Ends up in the hands of Hanley. So with Brand, stopped on their own 10. So... needs to be a strong defensive set for Wigan if they want to pin them back. So with Tua Tavake. Or is that Niu? Sorry. Both got ponytails and black hair. Lachlan Lamb at dummy half. Into the middle with Halton. Ipape's waiting. A dummy half. It's now with Trout. Takes it over the 30. He's had a good couple carries in this game as Trout. 50 viewers. Bonjour. No one is there waiting at dummy half, but eventually O'Brien picks it up. It's across the Lachlan Lamb down the left edge. Third tackle. It's with Armstrong. A little bit of space to run maybe, but just gives it to Jack Hughes, who cuts back inside. A bit of space for him to move as well. Up to the 40. Third tackle. Ipape goes left with Lamb. Back inside to Armstrong. Shrugs off one. Okay, here we go. Last tackle for Lee. They're in good field position now. Ipape is waiting. O'Brien. O'Brien wins it for the Leigh Leopards. Oh my goodness. That is the first 1-0 win I think we've all ever seen. Oh my god. So folks, there is the score on the screen. That is full time. Wigan Warriors 0, Leigh Leopards 1. Holy shit. What an effort from Leigh in that game. Honestly, also what an effort from Wigan because they were a man down twice. Wow. Oh my goodness. The game is... That's it, Lex. Leigh have won it. That's it. It's done. Golden point. Wow. Oh, honestly, both teams deserved a point. I think... I'm happy for Leigh because they're like such big underdogs going into this and they've been so resilient. And I'm also a little bit disappointed for Wigan because they're a man down twice and they had to deal with that. Has this ever happened before? No, Lex. I'm pretty sure this has never happened. This is the most amazing match ever. Honestly, yeah. Do you know what? For a 1-point game, I was, even though there weren't that many incredible creative moments, I'm actually really proud of both teams' defensive efforts. And like, not even a case where, like, because, you know, two teams can score, say, 10 or 12 points and both teams did quite well defensively to only concede 10 or 12 points. But throughout the game, just relentless defensive work. Wigan put on the back foot with their sin bins. Leigh were losing the field position battle early on and throughout periods in the game and just stayed strong. I need to pick a man of the match. See, it would be easy to say Gareth O'Brien now, but I don't think he's my man of the match. I've got a few options. Do you know what? I'll put a poll up with a few options. And you guys can decide, because I have a few choices. So there's him, he's one. I'd also say that this guy is another. Who else? Who else? I've got 2 names so far up for man of the match. I'm just thinking of some others. Oh, yeah. I hope I've spelt that first name right. And I think I've got 3 for Leigh, actually. And there's 1 for Wigan. Who would that one be? Okay. So I'm about to put a poll up of who I think the 4 on the shortlist would be. I think I know who I'd vote for. But let me know your votes. We'll see. That's my shortlist, personally. If anyone has any other thoughts, let me know. But that is my shortlist for man of the match. I think Tessie New, his carries out the back were huge. Edwin Apape, when he came on, they were so much more direct and powerful through the middle. And solid defensively. He was an absolute nuisance. Hanley, defensively, a couple of times where Field or Wardle were trying to get around the outside of him. Defensively, solid as hell. And Cruz Lehman just, I think, wasn't many that I was that excited for Wigan, but I don't know. I think any of those Leigh players that I've mentioned there, I think could get it. But I guess we'll see what you guys think. But that's my shortlist. Wow. Honestly, wow. My gasted has been flabbered. It's not a saying, but I've said it. God, that defensive work from Leigh was incredible. And again, credit to Wigan. Man down twice. Obviously, at the end there, didn't really have to deal with it for too long, but they've given Hanley man of the match on Sky. Hanley gets man of the match for me. That's confirmed it. I'm happy with that. Okay, folks. I'm just going to play an ad real quick. So if anyone gets an ad, I apologise. But, ladies and gentlemen, just to let you guys know, I will be streaming Hull Kingston Rovers versus Casper Tigers tomorrow. And I will try and keep you up to date with the Catalans versus Hull FC game, with that score. So, do join me again tomorrow. Hopefully I'll see plenty of you guys there again. I will be streaming back-to-back Leeds versus Wakefield and then Saints versus Salford. And then I'll be streaming Huddersfield Giants versus Warrington Wolves on Sunday. And if you go to the channel, go into the live, it'll show when they're scheduled for, 15 minutes before. But yeah, that's, wow. So, if you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with more Rugby League content and live streams. Check out the Kinetic Rugby League website in the description down below. Check out the TikTok. There's going to be a match review video coming onto TikTok very soon. That'll be up within the hour, but probably a lot shorter than an hour. Yeah. Check everything out. Follow me on social medias. Thank you very much for being here and engaging, interacting. It's been a hell of a game. Really proud, even as a Wire fan, really proud of both teams. But my goodness, hope to see you on the live streams for the rest of the week. And yeah, hope everyone has a good weekend as well. Congratulations, Leigh Leopards. You are currently the league leaders. We're going to last. How about that? We're going to last. Anyway, I'm just going to end the poll there. So, one final time, thank you very much for being here. It is greatly appreciated. What an opening to Super League in 2025. I'll also be live streaming NRL games when we get around to it. But yeah, that's going to be it, folks. See you next time.